without Richard Modiano and S.A. Griffin. Richard Modiano, as you may, he'll be reading later, as S.A. will, and Richard is Executive Director of Beyond Baroque in Emeritus, which means he's a hologram. But in fact, he will actually appear, and you can decide from beyond that. So first I wanted to read a very, very short poem, which it's my own, and it's from when I actually saw David and George Herms, who was supposed to come today, as I probably will explain, he's not feeling well. We're talking about Wallace Berman. So I'll read this, and it was in this very room, and I was sitting probably pretty much where I'm sitting when I'm not up here, as a hologram. Meltzer and Herms talk about Berman. Both cancer survivors, both knew Witch Woman Cameron, both gray-haired, thinking on 1976 Wallace Berman killed by auto accident, a quick way out of decay. Aleph, the Aleph, the signifying ghost of the gone. Thank you. That last line was from something David said. So it's in quotes, which you can't go like this because it's stupid. All right, and now to why we're here. Every day it grows a little more than it was the day before. My love for you just grows and grows. Oh, how it grows and grows. And where it's gonna stop, I'm sure nobody knows. Said Richard Burton when he heard of his ex-wife's marriage to 24-year-old Jordan Christopher, singer and leader for the rock and roll group called the Wild Ones. Oh my God. Whatever it is not what it seems to be. Change is a burning, a triumph above flame, like the phoenix reborn. Fire, the third element, triangle, pyramid, obelisk, point up to symbolic fire, basis of worship's primal source. Tableau, lightning strikes dry hunk of wood, ignites it. The caveman, symbol of unconscious origin, bends to the wonder and terror of flame. God speaks to man with thunder and lightning, the sun's little brother, Agni, Ta, Vulcan, Bast, the cat-headed goddess, Sekhmet, the lion goddess, sacred fire of the Greeks, guarded by the Vestal virgins, Gabriel, prince of fire, fire of martyrdom, saintly fervor, Saint Anthony, abbot, Saint Agnes, fire of sex, the flame of life, fire sticks, mastery of fire is one of the shamanic goals, swallowing live coals, walking on fire. Tumo, Tibetan psychic heat, a naked monk sits in lotus pose on the ice of a Tibetan mountainside, melting the area wherein he sits. Kundalini, the inner energy and fire of spirit, described in yogic writings, which when released uncoils, shoots up through the chakras of the spine, central nervous system's web, the rings of being, to burst through the head's dome as a flaming lotus. Shakti, fire, the burning Buddhist monks of Vietnam, Giacometti, the sculptor. But the suicide that really fascinates me is burning oneself alive. That would be something. Fire renews when it destroys. The Burning Man, alive with fire. David Schmuck races over a hill to escape his pain and embrace his spirit. D.H. Lawrence, the emblem of the fever, of his tuberculosis. Fire turns the meat of flesh to fragile ash, lightening the ponderous massiveness of the body into particles taken up by the wind or slowly eaten by the earth. Fire suicides are becoming more frequent in America. Yesterday, a Marine immolated himself because he was deeply unhappy about Marine doctrine and training. A few months ago, an elderly lady in Detroit ignited herself because she was outraged by the American war effort in Vietnam. Speech as fire, art as fire, flames heat as a cleansing power, fire as a baptismal rite, the pyromaniac, the ecstatic. Puberty is a blaze of birth. The body is ablaze with growing. The spirit is flaming, and its fire illuminates the edges of night. The inner heat creates a raw, nerved, screaming torment, boiling the heart. The loins plunge into the lake water to cool. A plume of steam shoots from the phallus into the water that holds it up in watery gravity. Ye wavering forms, draw near again as ever. When ye long since moved past my clouded eyes, to hold you fast shall this time endeavor. Does my heart still that strange illusion prize? Faust, Goethe. A man inside the youth's body stretches within the boy's form. Alchemic and chemic fluids erupt and combust inside the tortured body. Skin explodes into pimples, welts, blackheads, acne, whiteheads. Hair grows on flesh, once smooth, a pubic jungle on the crotch. Behind and before him is the female. Both before heroic acts and after them awaits a female. Moving ahead, turning the corner, pulling her shadow behind like the train of an evening gown. Body and spirit seek fulfillment with the creative principle. Necessary polarity, essential duality, no new vision, yet clearing of sight reveals the depth of the old vision. Puberty is also the bringing forth of first vision, central to his life's duration, acknowledged or not. Body bulges, drains, becomes lean, gets fat, where fat is foolish. And all the mirrors, magic or real, cannot aid nor distract time's work. Thank you. I have to apologize. I need to go